Whoa, I did not want that to happen. My... Hey guys, what's going on? This is Roger Death here, and we're looking at some Super Monday Night Combat, the Invitational, right now. I'm going to just show you a practice game with just myself in it for now. Just because I do not really have the confidence in myself to go into a real game without Ninja. He has it too, because I got an invite to him. And we're gonna I just want to go over this game because it's really cool. It's really fun. If you notice, there's a bunch of different characters over here I can select from. I like Carl myself. It's pretty cool. And the idea behind it is third-person shooter Dota. And the game's really interesting. Like I said, it's basically Dota. So now you can see, you can look and see what your damage ratings are, your bot destroying rating is, your turret ratings. And the way that it's very Dota-like is in that there are multiple lanes, you get to select from tons of different people. There are the bots, which are pretty standard. You know, it's a staple of that. Everybody's got multiple abilities that they can use. Some are more useful than others. You get level ups, and with level ups you can choose which skill to upgrade. You can only upgrade each skill up so high at each point in the game, based on your level and such. The way you level up is by collecting money, which you can do by collecting money from things you've destroyed. Or the other way is if you destroy things, you get money. So destroy or don't destroy it. They're both very useful. So each lane has its turrets, as you'd expect. But the difference is that you have to do at least a little bit of bot damage. Or bots have to do a little bit of damage to the turret before you can touch it. And the reason for that is just to give some fairness. You can't just show up at the very last turret and just say, "Hey, I'm gonna break you." No, it takes a little bit more than that. I mean, there are definitely certain advantages you get. Also, there's cool bot streaks, which gets you extra money for if you're annihilating lots of bots. Like, look at this. I'm just completely standing outside of the range of this turret and just screwing it up. There's so many abilities that are like, so many weapons and abilities that you can do this with. Now, obviously, this weapon doesn't do a lot of damage, but if I use its alt fire, it does a lot more. It's just got, like, way less ammo. Way less effective, in my opinion. These bombs here do a ton of damage, though, and they're super effective. I love these things. If you get close with this gun, though, you do a lot more damage. I will say that. There are people in the game that have the ability to do super crazy jumps like that, which allow you to basically get up to these areas without having to use a jumper thing, which there are. There's little jump pads around that you can use to help jump you. I'm going to take some health, actually. Health and speed are kind of combined to the same upgrade for this. And that's one of my abilities right there. It's probably the best offensive one. It can also be used very defensively. You want to put it on a place where you don't want your enemies to go. And if they go there, they take a ton of damage if leveled up. If not leveled up, it doesn't do so much. Now, alright, maybe I'm going to go into a little more explanation about this character. This character is obviously a robot. He thinks he's British, though. This is taunt, I believe. You get money for taunting. You also get money for destroying turrets. But, let's step away from that. This is the upgrade menu right here. And with it, you can select which upgrade to get. These three right here are unique to each person. They correspond to certain abilities. Like this one, I throw out a little charge that stuns and damages enemies. I can do it to myself too. Duh! This one allows me to do jump up extra high. Well, it's hard to tell in this cramped little space, but it does. And it knocks back enemies. Great for defending the Annihilator, which I will get to. And then there's Junior, which is this little guy. That's Junior. He's cool. And he talks. Then everybody gets a defense and an offense one. Now, each of these only has 4 levels. You start out with level 1 and everything. You can upgrade it to... How do I level up? That's odd. And then, look, you can see your how high you rate in each thing up here at each level. I'm slightly better against bots than I am against turrets. So if I upgrade... Say, let's upgrade... Pop up. Prop up. Because now I can hop up more. Yeah, there's the friendly mascot Bullseye who... You can... Oh god. There's also like a jungle place down here. It's not super great, but it functions as it. Even spawning bots. Now, this is what we call the Annihilator. This is something special. It takes a few seconds to use, and it takes $1,000 a shot. But what it does is it annihilates every enemy robot on the field. See, this is one of those jump pads I was talking about earlier. So that can really turn the tide in your favor. Ninja and I, we were playing in a game. We really should have lost it pretty early on. The enemy team was just putting way too much pressure on us from the beginning. But we got the Annihilator, and we started turning things around. We got it again, and we just took the game. So the Annihilator is very important. If you can, by all means, defend the Annihilator. If you can see somebody from the enemy team trying to do it, try and disrupt them best you can. A grapple works. I can't show you the grapple because it's just me. But there's a grapple. And if you have an ability like a stun like I do, or my jump with its knockback, use those abilities to disrupt the enemy. It will give you, oh god, it will give you the shot at getting that Annihilator and turning around the game. So here I'm going to upgrade my health again, because it also upgrades speed, which is very nice. You get these little buffs around here. I don't have enough money for that one. I don't even know what that one is. But notice how this turret is now a level 3 turret, and that last one was just a level 2. That's because this one's farther back. Now we get next is rocket turrets. There aren't any level 1 ones, which is kind of weird. Oh, and this guy's basically a siege minion, for those of you that play League of Legends, or Dota 2, or pretty much any other Dota-y game I've shown on my channel. There's actually another one though I want to show you, and it's in the StarCraft 2 engine. It's not Storm of the Imperial Sanctum. I hate that game. It can go burn. But it's another really cool one. Oh, wow, I just completely jumped over where I wanted to go. So, bots do push. And if left unattended, like, see, look, we've lost that turret now, and I'm in an extreme bot spree. Yeah. If you want to see the stun in action, boom, stunned. A little AOE, not lots of AOE though. You really have to know the range of that if you want it to be AOE. It's just not very effective for it, in my opinion. So I'm going to try and hold this off, and then I'm going to push out in this lane. Now, I said earlier you can spawn, guys. Like, I spawn these two guys, oh, first I gotta get a leg spike in. I hope it's, yeah, it's just a leg spike. What they do is they sap enemies' abilities, so they can't use them. A very nice ability to have. And then, of course, I spawn a siege minion as well. Super extreme bot spree. There's some pretty long sprees in here. Like, I need to go defend this lane over here. You can also get little upgrades in on the side. kind of like masteries and runes. I'd say they're more like masteries. Actually, no, I take that back. They're actually more like runes. That's what I wanted to say, but I completely screwed that one up. Yeah, you can stun all of the enemy robots in the game. It doesn't matter what kind they are. Well, I hadn't gotten to this turret here before because I was defending it. And see, this does some damage, but it doesn't do a lot. We're apparently pushing pretty hard because of those siege minions I dropped off. And you can do it in both lanes because there's 2 different lanes. This one I'm spawning, I think, a bouncer, which is annoying. I hate bouncers when they're played against me. See, there's a siege. Yeah, I'm spawning a one from somewhere, I guess. It's supposed to be. Oh well. So I try and prioritize offense and then Junior, because Junior does a lot of damage. This game takes place in a very, very crapsack world. Everybody here, all the pros, that's what they call them, because this is like, what if Monday Night Combat, or Monday Night Combat, what if Monday Night Football became something more sinister, like bloodthirsty? And I think it's a very good take on it, actually. But yeah, all the pros are clones of each other, so that explains why you can continuously get 6. You can get 6 assaults or Carls. Well, Carl's easy to explain because he's a robot. But yeah, this is another turret. This is the big turret you want to destroy. If you destroy these, you get right there at the money ball, which is it. You destroy the money ball, you win the game. Easiest way of describing it. If I have to describe more to you more than that, then something's wrong. Your health upgrades per level, just like it would in League of Legends or Dota. The other stats can level up based on abilities you get, what order you get them. Notice. Alright, so if you look at my health bar, which was just greatly displayed on screen thanks to some enemy bots shooting me, and you can still see it's right. It's like up here, this area here. Yeah, it's got a green bar and then a yellow bar. The green bar is my actual health. In this case, I'll say it's like structural integrity because I'm a robot. Whereas for human pros, it's obviously going to be health. Now, what's the difference? Really, just nothing. It's just a name, basically. I need to kill something so I can get the damn annihilator. It's not super necessary, but you know what? I want it anyway. If you look at the top of the screen, though, you'll see that there is like 2 different bars. Those indicate the 2 different lanes in the game. All right, there we go. There's enough for the jungle, or for the annihilator and the jungle, I mean. So there's just the 2 lanes. You don't have to worry about 3 lanes. But the current meta seems like there's 4 people pushing a single lane, and you got to have like 3 people. If you can have 3 people to defend it, then you can have 2 pushing the other lane against them. But again, I've not played tons of games. I've played a few. Stupid gremlins. Super or Uber bot spree. That's as high as it goes. Once you get to that point, it'll just keep happening. Now, I got another annihilator, but it wasn't really necessary. If you have enemies in the game, it'll damage them as well. Not tons, but enough. It's a little minor bruised. But anyway, the yellow bar is my armor, or shield. It's based on a certain percentage of my max health. And normally you can only get it by getting these little shield pads that you see at the top, at boss drop. I haven't seen. You see, like right, like this. This is one of them right there, and it just upgraded my shield some. I'm gonna take out that big bot there. Sweet. But I've got what basically a free mastery kind of thing, where I get 25 a second when I'm at full health. And this is the money ball. In this case, this is my opponent's money ball. I destroy it, I win the game. Bots do damage to it, not tons. I do damage to it with all my attacks. Obviously, the more damage you can do to it, the better. Apparently, my abilities work too. Oh yes, this is a jackpot. This is a Jackbot XL. They're a little big, and they've got lots of firepower. They will easily annihilate anything else on the field. You can spawn them for either $4,000 or by taking out one of these turrets here. As you can see, I've got 2 of them right now. So we're going to go ahead and end this. This is the essence of Monday Night Combat, the Invitational. Now, there is supposed to be another game mode in the full release of this. It's in the other game that Uber released called Monday Night Combat. Go figure. Yeah, and that's me winning the game there. Money ball explodes, and it's got a bullseye in the middle of it, apparently. It's unfortunate you never got to hear any of his quotes because they're actually really funny. So as you can see, I've played 11 games total. These don't count like practice games. I've only won 5 and I've lost 6. One of them, like I said, was that massive comeback. Currently, this is in beta, and I have a single invite left out to give. So these are like runes. Like they require in-game money, similar to IP. You can buy pros, which this week they're all free, so you could play as any of them. But normally there's a rotation with X mini commandos, strikers, enforcers, defenders, etc., etc. I think there's usually 1 sharpshooter, a defender, 2 enforcers, a striker, and a commando. But all of them have, like, commandos are great, as you can see, at their high mobility. They are awesome at sneaking around the map and just killing things. There's the strikers, which I was just one. They're pretty much they're your run-of-the-mill class. Enforcers are slow class that are extremely strong at close range. This guy's got a monkey with a big-ass gun. And a robotic arm, I think. I mean, look at this gun. Thing's massive. It's got 3 barrels. And they're slow. Defenders are basically supports of the game. This is Combat Girl. She's new. They control areas. They've got, like, turrets that they can throw out. They can increase turrets, and they have a little repair tool. They can use either to help out and heal a teammate, or they can do damage against enemies. They can also repair the turrets that you throw down. They all usually got a single offensive ability. This is for her, it's a combat laser. Enforcer again, sharpshooter. Just here. Sniper, sharpshooter. Go figure. And those are really the classes. There's different types. Each one's good at something else. Like Carl, I think, is really good at destroying minion waves. But there's a bunch of different, like, skins, basically, that you can get right now. They call them uniforms here, whatever. And you can only get those through what equates to RP. It's the Uber points, I believe is what they're called. And they're just little cosmetic upgrades. You also buy taunts using that. They're kind of cool. I love some of these taunts. But the game's really fun. There's the endorsements over here, which you get using the in-game money that you earn. These are basically like runes. Each one gives a bonus at the basic level. If you go up to the next level up, they give you a larger bonus, but at a side effect of you losing some of this. Like, see, for example, this is crit shot. We can get a higher crit shot chance, but we lose damage off our crits. And that'll keep increasing. See, we've got a plus 0.16 chance to hit a critical. Not a lot, really. +2 speed and +3 health, but we lose 2% crit damage. And the inverse, actually, if you really wanted to, is the exact same. If you know what takes away this, like see health takes away speed, let's come down here to speed. Speed takes away health. And really, these are really going to be really minor. These are like runes. These have a lot more effect on it. Like see, there's snappy comeback. Every time you respawn, you get 10 extra seconds of 200 plus 200 speed. Every time I die, a bomb is dropped, which does damage to bots. A lot of damage. That's at the highest level. And there's the one that gives me the extra armor. So it's really cool. You can select the way that you have each class built up. You can have pre-made ones. For example, you can have, say, oh, I want to use this product set here instead of that one. You can change what that is there. And like I said, you can buy them here. This game's really fun. Oh, apparently I've only won 4. Huh? I don't know. The leveling up, really, all I can see is that you unlock like more endorsements and maybe products. I'm not too sure about that. But it's a really fun game. You guys should check it out. I have 1 beta key left. If you guys are really, really interested, I'll figure out a way to get like an auction set up or something, some kind of like giveaway. But if there's not a lot of interest, I have another friend that's kind of looking for one. He's kind of interested in the game, but not really, because he does have Monday Night Combat. With that, guys, I'm going to take off. This is kind of a video to make up for the lack of them lately. I'm going to try and get more going, but there's no real guarantees on that. With that being said, this is Roger Death, signing off.